Damn, that's a big update for Palworld. I haven't played since it says August 19th. I've only played for a couple hours. Um, my oldest son loves this game. He loves it because it looked like Pokemon with guns. This game was huge some months back. Remember, everybody was talking about it. It was Pokemon with guns, like crafting. You're, doing all sorts of stuff. I started playing it a bit because my son is into it, and I wanted to play with him. Kind of hard for me to get into. It's neat. I just haven't had time. But my kid, he really digs this game. And some news just broke, and I gave him the bad news, and he was like, "What? What's going on?" Yeah, there's some bad news. There's some bad news. Let me pull it up. Nintendo, to whom it may concern, they just posted this on Nintendo.co.japan.jp. This is what people are speculating on this for a while now. Ever since Palworld came out, we're like, Nintendo, they be suing everybody. They'll sue your mom if they got the chance. They'll sue her for her bad cooking. If she makes a Pikachu or Super Mario looking cookie that tastes like shit, she's getting sued. They don't care. It could taste delicious. They're suing her ass. They sue everybody, man. They sue everybody. Rightfully so sometimes, and sometimes it seems a little ridiculous, right? I haven't played this game enough to really see anything that just seems so like obvious. It just seems like, hey, it's a monster collecting game. There's been so many others that have come out after Pokemon. And I'm sure even before Pokemon, there was stuff where you collected things, right? Had to have been. Pokemon couldn't have been the original, was it? But Nintendo, they're filing lawsuit for infringement of patent rights against Pocket Pair. Nintendo, Kyoto, Japan, Representative Director and President Shintaro Furukawa, Nintendo hereafter, together with the Pokemon Company, filed a patent infringement lawsuit in Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair. They're also in Tokyo, defendant hereafter, on September 18th, 2024. So this just was filed. Today is the 18th. Even though it says September 19th, so in Japan it's September 19th now, I would imagine. The way the world turns, where the sun is, the way the gods are located out in the universe, I don't freaking know, but dictates the day and the time. Where I'm at, it's September 18th. Where they're at in Japan, I believe it's September 19th, right? The lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palworld, a game developed and released by the defendant, infringes multiple patent rights. What does the word injunction mean? What does injunction mean? An authoritative warning or order, a judicial order that restrains a person from beginning or continuing an action threatening or invading the legal right of another, or that compels a person to carry out an action or a certain act, ergo to make restitution to an injured party. An injunction is an equitable remedy in the form of a special court order that compels a party to do or refrain from specific acts. They just want them to stop. I bought Palworld twice. Am I going to lose the 2 copies of Palworld that I purchased for myself and my child? I'm going to ask him right now. How many hours he's played Palworld. I'll be right back. Because that's going to be a lot of freaking time lost if we lose access to these games. I've only played for 2 hours. But if he's played a lot, I know he's played a lot. Let me find out. So I had to check, see how many hours he's played the game. I thought he played a lot more than what he actually played, but he's played for over 80 hours. It's still a lot. But he's balanced this time, I guess, because he plays a lot of games, my oldest son. But yeah, he's played for over 80 hours. It's 2 weeks. It's 2-week full-time job right there. To lose that, I'm sure there's people who've played hundreds of hours. If that game gets pulled, isn't Palworld on like Game Pass as well? Holy crap, dude. it infringes multiple patent rights. Nintendo will continue to take necessary actions against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it's worked hard to establish over the years. Is this game really like that freaking that infringing on Nintendo? Like, is it like on Pokemon, right? Is it that like, I don't care about all this crap. Like, I've only played a couple hours, man. I'm on day 4, level 6. I normally play with a controller, but like I'm barely like in the beginning of the game playing this, and I'm like, it's not Pokemon. You know what I mean? It's not freaking Pokemon. I'm like running around, hitting stuff, you know, building things. Look at this lamb ball. He's my lamb ball, right? I'm barely in the like tutorial area of the game. Like, do these things, do they have an aesthetic that would fit in Pokemon? Sure, I guess. But this is not Pokemon. What Nintendo and the Pokemon Company need to do is focus on like actually making like their Pokemon games revolutionary and like actually running well and looking good, getting those animations nice and stuff like that. You know, because I mean, we've seen the last couple Pokemon games, they've been kind of, I don't know, dropping the ball with textures, performance, stuff like that. Maybe that Switch 2 will fix that. You know, the aging ass hardware with the Switch, but still, there's been beautiful ass games in the Switch. Like, have they just been getting lazy with Pokemon? If you get lazy with something, other people are going to come up with things that is going to replace what you're being lazy with, I think. And is that why Nintendo is finally like deciding to sue these guys? Deciding to sue Palworld? Because they see like, crap, like people aren't digging what we're doing, and a lot of people are jumping on Palworld, so we got to go after them. Like, I don't know the numbers on Palworld. I know when it first came out, the numbers were pretty big as far as like people jumping on this, you know, and I'm sure it's not as big now. But you know, did this dip into people playing Pokemon? Sure. My son stopped playing Pokemon as much as he was, and he started jumping on this with some of his friends. And you know, I bought the game for myself thinking I was going to jump into it, and just really I mean, I bought it way later. That's why I haven't really put any time into it yet. I've only recently bought it, maybe a month ago. I've only put a couple hours. But yeah, I mean, Nintendo, get with the times, dude. Focus on actually making some good stuff. I mean, they do make good stuff. Don't get it twisted, but Pokemon's been a little weird lately. Is this total ripoff of Pokemon? I've seen some evidence previously where people were saying some things look like they were ripped off. I've seen others say that it's not. I'm not judge, jury, and executioner here, but I know a lot of people will be pissed off if this gets ripped away from them. But let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.